Warning, the following video contains explicit language, which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Kanika literally fades away into a water bottle.
Hey, that's her on the motherfucking shelf.
Kanika, what were you just saying?
And Kanika transformed into 5-6 different men. Is she a shapeshifter?
I told y'all the whole footage is the snake eating Kanika.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Random News, and I want to welcome you to episode 19 of the Darkside of J4K. And in tonight's episode, the grifters are out hard. Because here recently, your boy Puff Daddy's been all over the news, and he's done some pretty fucked up shit. And well, all the psychics done came out, and you know they got a story to tell you. So spark up about 4 blunts and get ready to laugh as we present the P.Diddy special. Now the first goofy on our list is none other than your boy C-Love. And Billy the Kid Toucher is here to tell us the true meaning of P.Diddy's name. And trust me, it's completely goofy.
It's been alleged that Puff Daddy, aka P.Diddy, has been engaging in questionable acts with other men.
Well, it just said to me that him and Cecil got something else in common.
Oh, Cecil, he wouldn't let me in the house one day when I was staying with him because he was in there having sex with a guy.
And abusing women.
What do you know? Something else they got in common. It's like they're brothers from a different mother.
That old bitch was a mean old fucking hound.
He changed his name from Puff Daddy to P.Diddy. I think he would do blackmail porn to get these artists to do what he wanted.
And you don't need to be psychic to come up with that, since that's all the news has been saying.
But to me, P.Diddy really stands for penis. Did he?
So he heard the name P. Diddy and the first thing he thought of was a penis? No wonder his wife doesn't want to have sex with him anymore.
My wife don't give me any pussy, bro.
He came online and admitted that shit.
Oh, he just admitted that his wife don't give him none.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Your boy is big mad.
Because he questions his sexuality. He doesn't know if he's bisexual or straight or whatever.
You know, kind of like Cecil when it comes to Tupac.
Tupac is sexy, bro.
He really just said Tupac was sexy. And your boy's so obsessed that he did this shit.
Look, that's Tupac. Butt naked in a bubble bath.
Now watch this Chomo looking up Tupac butt naked in a bubble bath.
He's a good looking young man, dude.
He found him so good looking he had to get his wife's opinion.
There you go. There's the picture I'm talking about. Hey, Hattie, you think this photo's sexy?
And I'm sure she found it weird that her husband's asking if another man is sexy.
Yeah, but why are you showing that?
You find it weird?
A little bit.
You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
So he called himself P.Diddy. You know, penis did he? Did he do the penis?
Well, it's quite clear that if Tupac was in the room, Cecil definitely would have.
He don't have to worry about taking no booty. Booty come to him. He don't go to no booty.
I'm sure this pervert can't wait for Hetty to go to work so he can summon Tupac's ghost for a little alone time. But we got a lot more goofies to get to in this episode, so let's move on to the next one. So the next goofy on the list is about girl Queen Domain, and she gonna summon the ghost of Jay-Z's mistress to get to the bottom of Diddy's crimes. And just like every other video she makes, all she gonna do is make a complete fool out of herself. So spark up, because this shit's about to be hilarious.
Yesterday, when I was tapping in, I kept thinking when I was talking about Kathy White, I kept hearing Kathy Christina White. And that's why I said, I don't know if it's Christina. I don't know if that's somebody else. I don't know. Somebody's on my face. I can see it. I don't look like me.
Nah, she looks like a whole goofy, and you'll soon see why.
Somebody's on my face. My eyes look different. The shape of my eyes are different. That's crazy. So I decided to look her up. Her name is Kathy Corina White.
She decided to look her up because every other tragedy pimp is out here making money off her name. You see, ever since all this shit with Diddy came out, everybody on the internet's coming out trying to make up conspiracy theories, putting Jay-Z involved. Something that hasn't been proven. But if you went over to TikTok right now, you'll see a bunch of other so-called psychics grifting off the same story. Oh God, when you hear the trap music start, you know she's about to go into the trance of the goofy. I won't make you sit through this whole bullshit.
I'm trying to bring in Kathy White. I'm channeling.
Yeah, she just read up on Jay-Z's so-called mistress, and now she's all of a sudden going to connect with her. Real easy, right?
Once I knew that I wasn't wrong about her name, I was off, but I wasn't wrong.
Being off means you're wrong. Just proving that she's not psychic at all. Because if she was psychic, she wouldn't have had to go to Google to look her up.
So, as I have her come in, she's like Chatty Cathy.
She really did call her Chatty Cathy. Like using her death for plays wasn't bad enough. Now she's using her for puns.
No pun intended.
Yeah, okay, Goofy.
Whew, there's a lot of energy in here. Ooh, my leg. She hurts my leg and my head.
And you know the drugs are strong when you're getting beat up by make-believe ghosts.
She immediately says, she calls him by his name. She said, Jay-Z, Sean, baby daddy. Now, what she was telling me is that she felt like he tricked her.
You know, kind of like the Queen throwing to her audience right now.
She keeps telling me that he kept saying that they were going to be together. She knew that he would not leave Miss Beyonce, but she felt like, you know, I guess dealing with him, I feel like, you know, she believed what he was saying. But she also keeps telling me that Diddy wanted her too.
You ever notice how none of these celebrities ever talk to these Goofy when they're alive?
For some reason, Michael Jackson is over on my couch dancing.
And that statement alone should let you know that your girl took a ton of those
Percocet
before she decided to turn the camera on and go live.
That's what he keeps doing. I don't know why he's on my couch. I don't know why he's here, but he's dancing.
Yeah, you guys missed him. He showed up during the trance of the Goofy. And right here, she's trying to think up another lie to tell to our audience, because she didn't think that too far ahead before she went live.
We're going to get back to Kathy, but Michael Jackson keeps saying that Fleur Braun is his favorite. He says he likes me too, for sure, but he says he has a liking for Fleur Braun.
Yeah, don't ask me what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, I looked it up, and it said that she worked for like some sort of radio station or something.
Why would she have to look that up? Couldn't the spirit that she's currently talking to just told her?
I just want you to tell me whatever it is that you want to tell me.
Hopefully she's about to tell her to go get some fucking help.
So Claudia Jordan said that she only knew you vaguely through someone else, that y'all didn't really like kick it or know each other. Like, what's the story on that?
Well, since she's currently reading the story on the laptop screen right now, she should already know, right?
But she's like, that's not her business. That's not what she came to do or came to talk about.
Yeah, you gotta be a real dumbass if you buy into anything this woman says.
She's also telling me that for whatever reason, and it's not even my business, that Boots Tarot is up for some, so like they're considering him for almost like some talk show.
Boots Tarot is another YouTube psychic that's way more popular than the Queen, and she can't stand it.
It's not even my business. Why do I even care?
Probably because she's jealous as fuck and she can't hold it in.
Girl, I feel like somebody just rolled their eyes real fucking hard.
See what I mean? She's jealous as fuck, and the only person with rolling her eyes is her.
She says they know what happened to me. They all know what happened to me. So was it an aneurysm?
Well, according to her family and her autopsy report, that's exactly what it was. But just like the death of Kanika Jenkins, they'll turn it into something else.
No, not at all.
See what I mean? You're gonna love this story.
I feel like she was hit in her head.
What does she mean she feels like she was hit in the head? Isn't she talking to the ghost right now?
She's telling me the wife didn't physically do it, had somebody to do it.
Now she wants you to believe that Beyonce's out here having people whacked, and our only evidence is the word of a ghost.
She's crazy for real. Y'all don't know her. She's crazy for real. She's talking about how she gets women's numbers or her number, and will call them and like confront them about him and threaten them about him.
And now Beyonce's playing on people's phones, sending death threats.
She keeps saying, y'all could just keep thinking that it's Sean Carter if you want to. You can keep thinking that,
Give her a minute. She'll come up with something stupid to say.
ooh, I don't want to say that, but I'm going to say it.
See, this goofy got too far ahead of herself, and she didn't think up a lie fast enough. So now she's just going to sit here looking stupid and just change the subject altogether, because that's what they do.
Like she would do anything to be on top where she is, have what she want, including Aaliyah.
She's only bringing Aaliyah's name up because Jay-Z used to date her, and Aaliyah died in a plane crash. So she's just trying to build a conspiracy.
No charges would ever be brought up for what she has done. She's smart.
At least somebody's smart in this video, unlike this goofy.
She's talking about Diddy saying this motherfucker, this nigga, he's sloppy. But her, she's smart, he's smart.
And if you're buying any of this shit, just know that you're not smart.
Like she's a willing participant in the Stepford wife kind of thing.
Looks like the Queen's been watching movies again, and that's where she came up with this whole conspiracy.
Because she wants to.
She doesn't have a lot to tell right now, so she gotta do a little acting to cover for it. This shit is rich.
What do you mean by that?
Now she pretending to talk to the so-called ghost to buy herself some time to think up another lie.
Yeah? That is interesting.
No, that's just the face of a whole goofy who'll come online and do anything to make $1, especially if it comes to playing with the dead and making our subscribers look like morons.
Like this was like, so in the movie Stepford Wives, when you get to the end of this movie,
and if you haven't seen the movie, you might want to cover your ears because she's about to give away the ending.
you see and you realize that Glenn Close is the one that's behind it all. Where this was all her idea.
That's right, people. She wants you to believe that Beyonce is the mastermind that sends Jay-Z around killing people at her will.
I don't know what she means when she says her blood is dirty.
Yeah, dirty like the money this fraud gets every month for exploiting the dead.
I see cocaine though.
Yeah, I'm sure, because she got a couple lines sitting in front of her.
I hear methamphetamines.
And since she's already got her
bag full of Percocets, bitch.
I'll say the Queen's ready to party.
She just made my crotch burn like something was wrong with it.
And if that's the case, I guess she was lying in the last video when she said,
"Oh, I was in the bathroom washing my pussy."
Because clearly the spirits are telling her that shit ain't right.
And she's like telling me like, you need to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I bet she does.
I feel like there might have been like 2 pregnancies before. Right.
Looks like those
Percocet
done kicked in full effect.
Child, I feel like there were 2 pregnancies before the oldest child. And those 2 pregnancies came back as the twins.
Yeah, like I said, those
Percocet
will have you thinking all types of goofy shit.
But I feel like one was a sacrifice, and I feel like one did not make it because of...
Don't hold your breath. You know she's gonna say something stupid.
An STD.
Told you. And don't expect her to show you any type of evidence whatsoever.
She keeps saying, I'm not a side piece, but I said, but you were a side piece. And she keeps saying, but I'm not, but you were. Technically, you were.
And if you were to walk in on any other 45-year-old woman having an argument with herself, you would have her committed. But on YouTube, they just donate to her.
Oh, girl, damn the back of my head. They beat her in her head. She was hitting her head.
Maybe in the land of make-believe, but in reality, she wasn't hitting the head at all. And you can see that for yourself in the autopsy report, proving once again that this fraud is just a complete goofy.
Yeah, they beat her in the back of her head. She was hitting her head. Oh, that's why she couldn't not another one. Like, he has a type. And although she's like a beautiful woman, she's not the exact type that he goes for. He has like a specific look.
And if that was the case, why would she be his mistress in the first place? This bitch is all over the place right now.
I feel like they also have like a freak room. She said, well, shit, who doesn't? Oh, well, I mean, I don't, because I don't get none.
Yeah, that's probably because she looked at her date and said,
my crotch burned like something was wrong with it. Like, it's like I told her, like, that's crazy because he don't want you, though.
Now, how you going to throw shade at a ghost?
And I've been pregnant more times to count. So how many do you feel like there has been? Because she keeps saying 5. So there was those 2, right, that you say come back as the twins for that and the sacrifice, that and that.
And the fact that she's accusing people of sacrificing babies with no proof is fucking crazy.
And now it's like she feels like she won, like, right, finally put my love on top, right, got it.
And now she's quoting Beyonce song lyrics. What a goofy.
But I feel like things were like covered up. Things were not like, people were paid off.
Which is the same thing she said about the Mo 3 case, the Kanika Jenkins case, and every other case she touched.
I keep feeling like the wife had this done, bro. The wife, because I keep like seeing like she's looking like is it done?
Yeah, that shit is done, like her credibility.
They are really ill in their mind.
Says the woman that goes around threatening to kill people's kids.
You keep out, you got kids and a wife, I'll kill your kids, nigga. I'll cut your kids' heads off and leave them on your Ford Explorer, bitch.
Keep saying like witchery, rituals, blood work, using her blood work. God, dog, I feel like I was hitting the back of my damn head.
I guess she knows now how that dead horse she's beating feels.
What they conspired, him and her, about getting certain people out, and so they didn't rock the boat.
And the fact she keeps singing song lyrics should show you how full of shit she is.
Is her mama treacherous too, is what they tell me.
And just like the Kanika Jenkins case, these frauds always gotta throw somebody's mother under the bus.
Cause something about at some point they was feeding the father dope.
These frauds will say anything for $1, won't they? Now Beyonce and her mother were feeding her father dope.
My head hurts so badly. I feel like I was hit in my head, in the back.
I'm sure it's just a side effect of all the drugs she was doing before she was alive.
I feel like her passing was a hit, like this was ordered, but not by who you thought it was.
And just like the Kanika case, don't expect her or this so-called ghost to tell you who did it.
I know they keep saying she died of a brain aneurysm, but no, I feel like she was hit in her head, specifically back of the head, because it's like right here that I keep feeling it, and then over to the side here.
And if she's directly talking to the ghost, shouldn't the ghost be able to tell her word for word what happened so she can go to the cops?
Either they're going to meet Diddy where he's at, or I would not be surprised if they try to extradite him in a specific way of waiting till he's high and then put that nigga on a plane, do a whole Aaliyah on that nigga, and when he wake up, he'll be back in the United States.
And once again, she just proved my point that she's a complete fraud and that she's full of shit. She just told you Diddy fled the country because that's what she got from these so-called spirits. But what really happened is Diddy didn't leave the country at all.
Where's the rapper now? Well, all eyes have been focused on tracking his private jet, which left LA around 9 a.m. yesterday, bound for Antigua and Barbuda. No, Diddy is not on the run. He was not on that flight.
So why are the spirits telling this goofy that they're going to bring Diddy back to the United States when he never left? Because she's a fucking fraud.
I think his motherfucking mama hiding something, bitch.
You mean kind of like she tried to hide the fact that she's a fraud from her audience?
I feel like she hiding something, baby. Listen. Who even knew he had a sister named Keisha?
Well, everybody knew he had a sister since he talked about her throughout the years. You would think the psychic would have known that, right?
What took me out was the tunnels, bitch. The tunnels under the house. The tunnels from the boom boom room. Listen, but where does the tunnels go?
And just like the Kanika case, these dumbasses proved that they know nothing about reading comprehension. They read an article that said that he had a lagoon-style swimming pool with a grotto connected by a tunnel, an underground swimming tunnel, just like the one at the Playboy Mansion.
The infamous grotto.
And as you can see, the tunnel of a grotto just leads to a hangout spot. But since this goofy ass psychic read a fake CNN article, she's out here talking about fake tunnels. Something that you would think the spirits would have told her didn't exist. But you would have to be psychic for that to work.
See, that's what needs to be talked about. Where does the tunnels go? But I told y'all, Epstein Island got tunnels.
There's another lie that's never been reported, and you would think all the victims that were there would have reported on these so-called tunnels. And let's not forget the fact that they just sold the island and they're about to turn it into a beach resort.
It's never mind who you thought I was. I'm the governess, bitch.
More like the goofiness. And then the next time you see her come online trying to grift for fucking money, call that bitch a fraud and keep it moving.
Solitude day wild, motherfuckers.
You probably don't understand what that means because she's speaking goofy. It just means that she's full of shit. But let's leave this fraud and get to the last goofy on our list. Now the last goofy on the chopping block is none other than Candace Starr, who in our last episode told you that Puff Daddy astral projected his way to her house to beat the shit out of her in her sleep.
I was spiritually attacked last night, and I want you to see what that actually looks like.
It looks like somebody that should have been committed a long time ago.
So I have the worst migraine in my head. My eyes are swollen and hurt. My whole back of my neck and all the way into my actual back hurts. I feel like I was beat with a baseball bat, okay?
And as you can see, Diddy really did a number on this goofy. Well, I guess she should have kept her mouth shut because Diddy came back for revenge and it was just as goofy as the last video. Check it out.
So, I did it again.
Spark that last blunt now, because you know she's about to be on some bullshit. And here we go with the dramatics and the bad acting. This bitch is goofy.
It took me somewhere again.
That somewhere was clearly not a mental hospital.
I always know when they're about to prepare me to do something in the spiritual realm. Because in the physical realm, the math stops mathing.
That's what I said about that wig on her head.
Now, what happened was I was astral projected. I don't ever astral project on my own, okay?
Proving that she was lying when she claimed she went to the afterlife to give Kanika a blanket.
You're cold. I know, Kanika, baby. You didn't get the blankets I gave you last night? You didn't? I gave you some blankets last night.
Fucking fraud.
So, with that being said, I knew it was coming. I felt it. I felt so sick. And I took a nap. And
check this out. She gotta get a dramatic pause for effect. This shit is so fucking stupid.
I'm gonna try to be as careful as possible in what I'm saying. But I've had a dream about this very, not a dream. It was an astral projecting before as well. And we could call him Mitty.
And you can call her Goofy, because she's only saying Mitty because she thinks it's going to make it so she's not liable for slander. That ain't going to work.
So this is what I was shown. I was taken to this, I want to call it a hotel, but not a good one, okay? Like, it wasn't classy at all.
I'm sure your girl's been in plenty of those throughout the years.
It's a trashy hotel, and there's a man there, and there was a few girls, okay?
Sounds to me like she just astral projected to see her pimp.
So basically, this man Mitty has another man, okay? So that he don't have to be in the picture, but he runs it all.
Don't hold your breath waiting on her to tell you what the all is.
It's not just what we're hearing about in the news. That's what I'm being told to say. It's not just what we're hearing in the news. Oh, he did this back then, or he did this back then, and he did this back then. He's doing this now, right now.
I swear the only thing worse than her singing is her acting, because she oversold the shit out of that.
It's current. It's current. I was there, I seen it.
Looks like somebody dipped into the queen's bag of Percocet, because that's the only way this fraud is saying anything.
This person controlling the situation, okay? This person...
It's like the queen, your girl got ahead of herself, doesn't have a lot to say. So now she'll just say something stupid.
Bad girls for life.
And now she's quoting song verses, proving my point when I said she's full of shit and she doesn't believe any of this.
I also see people trying to project in my dreams, and I rebuke that. You have no access to my energy.
She literally loses access to her energy all the time. That's why she had to get her subscribers to pay an electric bill.
We paid the wrong bill. It was my fault. It's like they just don't give a fuck. And my baby's sick, and I'm trying to keep everything up and running, and I'm just stressed. My thing is, like, I know we're under attack. I know we are, because I'm talking about things.
Yeah, that's a grift she sold to her audience. And it worked hook, line, and sinker.
I want to thank all the babes that ended up sending me money.
Gullible dumbasses.
Literally within 10 minutes, you guys took care of everything. Now, we ain't got lights yet because hubby's working, so he, on his break, should be right now, is going over there to pay the bill.
Yeah, the only people that are going to believe that are the same people that believe she gave Kanika a blanket. Now, she didn't already make herself look dumb enough. She came back later on that night and showed everybody how much of a fraud she really was, when she used her psychic power to come up with the dumbest conspiracy you'll ever hear.
Diddy and all my alignment with my predictions that have been happening. I want to show you this video, okay? And my thing is, yes, what is being said is very disturbing, but I caught something that's even more disturbing that nobody's talking about.
Sure, they're not talking about it because they don't want to look like a fucking dumbass.
So I'm gonna play the video. Tell me if you see it, and if you don't, I'll tell you. Here we go.
Girl right here.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Eva Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you.
As you can see, Candace is on TikTok again. The same place where she gets all of her conspiracies. Just like every other time she goes on TikTok, she's about to let it make her look stupid.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he was like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Now anybody else would have looked at this and laughed, but not Candace.
They're on everybody.
Okay, did you notice any of it? The girl don't blink. She blinked maybe like once or twice. He got his fingers in her face and she don't blink.
And only she would try to use that to build a conspiracy. But watch how dumb she's about to look.
There's trauma in there. There's trauma in there. Okay? As creepy as what she's saying and what he's saying, as creepy as all that is, to me it's even creepier that this poor baby is not blinking.
And just like the Kanika Jenkins case, these people will jump on to any little thing they possibly can to try to make some type of conspiracy out of something.
Now you might be like, oh Candace, whatever, it's just a blink. No, it's not just a blink.
And since she's never met any of these people a day in her life, how does she know what this girl's state of mind was?
When you can't blink, or you're extra conscious about your blinking, it lets me know that there's an underlying issue here.
The only underlying issue here is that this bitch is a fraud. And if she was really talking to spirits, they would have told the dumbass to go on Google and search this article right here, where it clearly states that the young girl in the video is a friend of the family's, and that the video was just made as a pure joke for TikTok. But the so-called spirits got your girl Candace out here telling the audience that this girl's being traumatized. Why? Because she's a lying fucking fraud.
And what a weird choice of words she uses. Come in his house and play with his kids. Okay. Alright, well, anyways.
Anyways, this is the perfect example of why you shouldn't get your info from so-called psychics. Now, I'm not saying Puff Daddy's innocent for anything. That dude could be guilty as fuck. All I'm saying is, if you want to look into the case, you should do your own research. And you definitely shouldn't listen to the goofies like this. because they'll have you out here looking just as crazy as they are. And with that, that's where I'm going to end this episode. I hope you had a good time. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to help the channel out, hit the Cash App for your boy, because it helps us make better content. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
My music didn't do any numbers, so I switched over and became a psychic overnight.
I'm fucking magnetic. What is this?
Let me be clear. I never fucking leave home without it. Do you understand me? Never. It's always by me, with me.
My wife don't give me any pussy, bruh.